All right, let's talk about ChatGPT. Have you ever asked it for something, amazing, and what you get back is just meh, kind of generic? Well, if that's you, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to take you from just a casual user to a full-blown AI director. Let's get started.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to nail down what the real problem is with most prompts. Then, we'll build a solid foundation with 3 rules you just can't skip. After that, we'll get into the fun stuff, directing the AI's performance, creating a pro-level feedback loop, and finally, turning this thing into your personal creative co-pilot.
Okay, let's dive right into the big one, the prompting problem. This is all about why your results feel so bland, so cookie-cutter, and more importantly, how we're going to fix it. Does this feel familiar? You ask a great question, and the answer you get back is fine. It's technically right, but there's no spark, no life to it. You're not alone in feeling this, and trust me, the fix is way easier than you think. And this, right here, shows you everything. Look at the left. A vague prompt, write about AI ethics, gives you a boring wall of text. But on the right, a powerful prompt gives it a format, a purpose, a word count, and suddenly you get something useful. So here's the big secret. The problem isn't the AI, it's the instruction.
Okay, time to build that foundation. These next 3 rules, they are the absolute non-negotiables. You do these 3 things and you will get better results every single time.
Just remember these 3 words: role, context, structure. You tell the AI who it should be, you explain the situation, and you tell it exactly how you want the answer organized. You get these 3 things right, you're already 90% of the way there.
First up, assign a role. I love this one. I call it the system role superpower. Don't just ask a question, tell the AI who it is. You are an expert. This tiny shift completely changes the game. The depth and the relevance of the answer just go through the roof. Second, you've got to provide context. Think of this as the context multiplier. You need to give the AI the who and the why. Are you a teacher talking to 10-year-olds? A marketer writing an email? This is how you make sure the tone and complexity are spot on for your audience. And number 3, specify the structure. Look, don't just accept a giant paragraph. Tell the AI exactly how to present the information. Ask for bullet points, numbered steps, a short summary, whatever you need. That's how you get clean, organized content that's ready to use right away.
So our foundation is solid. Now it's time to step into the director's chair. This is where we start fine-tuning our instructions to get some incredible precision and, a little bit of style.
Which brings us to style injection. This is so cool. You can literally tell the AI who to sound like. You want the energy of Tony Robbins? The simple prose of Hemingway? You just have to ask. This is how you stop getting generic text and start getting content with a real personality.
Next up, you want to time box your results. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but constraints are your best friend. Seriously, by setting a word count, you force the AI to get straight to the point. It cuts out all the fluff and gives you a much sharper, more powerful response.
All right, now for what might be the single most powerful rule of them all, and it all comes down to these 2 numbers, 80-20. This one idea is going to completely change how you write prompts.
It's this simple. Clarity is always better than complexity. The 80-20 rule of prompting is that 80% of your results quality comes from just 20% of your effort. And what is that effort? Making your instruction crystal clear. A short, simple, clear prompt will beat a long, complicated one every single time.
You ready to really level up? Because this section is all about the pro-level stuff. This is the feedback loop, the techniques that separate the amateurs from the true AI directors.
The first pro tip is simple. Iteration is key. Your first answer is almost never the final one. You have to think of it like a conversation. Get a first draft, then give feedback to make it better. Okay, now make this funnier. Great, now add a call to action. You're evolving the prompt and the output together.
Oh, this is a really powerful one. Teach before you ask. The AI is an absolute master at recognizing patterns. So, show it a good pattern. Give it an example of what you want, the format, the style, and then ask it to use that same pattern for your new topic. You basically become the teacher.
But what if you get stuck? What if you're not even sure how to improve your own prompt? Well, here's a crazy thought. What if you could ask the AI to help you with that exact question?
Yep, you can do that. It's called a meta prompt,
And it is a total game changer. You're using ChatGPT to coach you on how to be a better prompter. Ask it to review your instruction and give you tips. It's like having a free AI tutor right there whenever you need it.
So where does all this lead? Well, it completely reframes how we think about this technology. We stop thinking of it as man versus machine, and we start seeing it as man plus machine. It becomes a true creative co-pilot.
And here's our final rule. Blend creativity with logic. Use the AI to brainstorm, to come up with a bunch of creative ideas. But then, use its power again to do the logical analysis. You provide the strategy, it provides the creative options and the data-driven insights. It's the best of both worlds.
And that's really the big idea here. This isn't about replacing what we do, it's about amplifying it. It's a partnership where your vision, your strategy, gets to direct the incredibly powerful execution of an AI.
So remember, the AI is not the artist. You are. It's just the instrument, a very powerful instrument in your hands. So now that you know how to play it, how to direct it, the only question left is, what are you going to create?